Hi everyone, I want to talk about vasomotor symptoms and menopause. Why is this important? Because you can experience vasomotor symptoms across decades. What are vasomotor symptoms? A, hot flashes and night sweats. B, when can you experience them? It's not just perimenopause, it's not just menopause. Ew, I know, it's biologically unfair, but you can be on medications that can cause this. You can be postpartum and have this happen because of drop in estrogen. Why do hot flashes happen? Changes in thermoregulation, our body's ability to regulate temperature. So when you look at that, your body's sensitivity, it's not your hypersensitivity, it's just the way it is when estrogen drops. It changes thermoregulation. And so your window of your body's ability to tolerate temperature kind of closes. So it becomes more sensitive. And when that happens, it sends a message to your brain and the hypothalamus that says, oh, whoa, we need to trigger sweating. We need to cool down, even when you're actually not experiencing that radical of a change in temperature. So it triggers this heat loss mechanism, vasodilation and sweating. And if they're frequent or severe, it can be absolutely debilitating. Sleep can become impossible. Getting through your day can become impossible. And if you just go on the sleep thing alone, what happens? Well, your immune function tanks, right? You have brain fog. It is hard to actually do work. Mood changes. So if you think about all of the symptoms that come down the line or have been typically associated with menopause, those could begin through the vasomotor symptom process. And so that's why I wanted to talk to you about that today. Because in the literature, the not shocking thing, now that we've talked about kind of how it begins and how it happens, the unfortunate thing is probably the best way to say it. The unfortunate thing is vasomotor symptoms have been highly linked to and have a relationship with poor longevity. We're talking cardiovascular disease, cardiometabolic disorders like diabetes, right? Even though you can have a metabolic disorder and not have diabetes, back and forth, vice versa. But the point is, those cardiovascular and metabolic issues, that includes weight management problems, that leads to heart disease and diabetes, that includes dementia, that includes Alzheimer's. Women who have worse vasomotor symptoms go on to have these things happen. So unfortunately, we can't ignore hot flashes. The other piece of this is that socially, hot flashes, night sweats have been laughed off. It's not a laughing matter. When you watch a family member pass, a woman, right, your mother, your grandmother, pass from Alzheimer's or dementia, complicating issues like diabetes and heart disease, that has been my family's story. It is heartbreaking. It is also angering because you know that these things were preventable. So I get very passionate when talking about something as trivial as vasomotor symptoms because they aren't trivial and it's not to be ignored. Now, if we know that vasomotor symptoms are one of the most important clinical indicators of longevity, what do you do about it? A, don't ignore it. You do not have to put up with it and you do not have to suffer with it. And you don't have to put up with anybody else laughing it off. Oh, you're just going through menopause. Sure, yeah, that might be true, but you also don't have to put up with that anymore. It is so treatable. And women who go on to get that treated and then they don't have those vasomotor symptoms go on to have much better longevity. So imagine this, and I saw this the other day on a reel, and it was 2 videos side by side of the same woman. In the first video, she was being helped up out of a chair. She's 81. She's being helped up out of a chair. In the second video, someone calls her name and she just gets out of the chair. Second video, I think you know where I'm going with this. Second video, she needs to climb the stairs. So she can't climb the stairs anymore without help. So she has to move downstairs, move into assisted living. She cannot age in place, etc. In the second video, she's just dashing up the stairs, taking 2 steps at a time. That's possible at 81. Do we have examples of that in our own families, of women thriving into their 80s and 90s? We usually don't, unless those vasomotor symptoms and the other symptoms that come along with menopause have actually been addressed. So how do you address it? Because we want to be the woman that gets out of the chair, dashes up the stairs, gets on the floor to play with grandchildren, goes for a bike ride, is not afraid of falling, and is not at high risk for falling at 81, right? Or pick your age. Frankly, I would like to be hiking at 81. I would like to be still doing headstands, or still hiking, still doing yoga, non-weight bearing headstands. I would still love to be doing a lot of stuff, right, at 80. So how do we treat it? We treat vasomotor symptoms in a multimodal fashion. Lifestyle medicine is critical. The 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine must be addressed. Some people say that there's 5, but there's relational and stress management, and sometimes those go together, as well as the other pillars: sleep, physical activity, environmental inputs, as well as nutrition. So all of those things together are treated so that you can optimize sleep, optimize nutrition and physical activity and pelvic health, right? That's part of it. And then the other facets of that include both hormonal and or non-hormonal treatment. So if you can't tolerate those hormones, there are options for you that are supported in the literature, okay, according to Menopause Society. So if you want to learn more information, please join myself and Mavis Hodges, who is a PA and a hormone harmony expert. So please join us for a free webinar. You can comment masterclass in the comments if you are watching this on YouTube or wherever you're watching it, or you can reach out via the contact form. You can go to garnerpelvichealth.com. You can go to Instagram at Dr. Ginger Garner or Flow Functional Wellness, either one, so that we can get you this free masterclass on perimenopause and beyond. And if you are in North Carolina and Virginia, we do have a special program coming up for you that is going to be an all-in-one perimenopause to menopause management course and program. So it actually includes treatment. We're not just talking about what treatment you should get. You are actually going to receive pelvic health and everything else that you need when it comes to navigating perimenopause and menopause. We are very excited to partner and offer this program. So again, make your comment masterclass if you want to have free access to that. And if you have other questions and or you live in Virginia and North Carolina and want information, feel free to reach out. Thanks so much.